Hello, this is a video that's going to show you how to use MacGen. MacGen is a web tool that's designed for creating new macrocycles by inputting a ligand file and protein file onto our website. And now let's start and I'll show you how to use it. First, we click this red button to upload our protein file. If you don't have any file to input, you can download these files from the example that we give to you. There are 3 examples. These two are small molecules, and the last one is helic peptide that are used for staple peptide. And let's go back to MacGen. I have downloaded these files beforehand, so I would just choose them from my repository. In this case, I will use 2E9P for example. First, we upload the protein file. And its structure will show on the right side of the page. And then we put the ligand file. Okay. You can move the structure and scroll them to check their structure in 3D space. And now let's start our work. We first to choose these files in these 2 bars, and it's very important to choose a cyclization mode. Otherwise, you can't submit your job. In this case, since it's a small molecule, we will choose the first mode, cyclize small molecule, and then we click submit. In some cases, it will take 1 or 2 more minutes to calculate the results. It depends on the system you have put on the website. If this protein or the ligand is too big, it will cost a lot of time for it to calculate. Now we get several results. Okay, as we can see, those cyclizable sites are painted in green in their 2D pictures, and if you click the index, you can see their 3D structures on the right screen, and those truncated atoms are painted in red. And you can also move these molecules to see the details from these results. Okay, and in this case, I'll choose the first one for an example. Then we click submit to the step 3. On this page, there are several protein residues that are listed on this website. And this is an optional step. You can just skip it. But if you want this residue to interact with our linker, you can choose the site you like. And these sites will labeled on the screen. But in this case, I don't want to choose them, so I just click the submit to the step 4. Step 4 is also optional, but it's very important if you want to set some constraints on your linkers. And you can see those parameters by clicking this blue button. And these parameters will show on the right side of the page. You can see the subgroups of these parameters by clicking them. And first, I will not use these parameters to run the results. And please wait for MacGen to calculate the results. It might take about 1 or 2 minutes to get them. Okay, we got these results. And the binding score of the results were listed on the table. And if you want to check their 3D structures, you can click the button with an eye that labels 3D view. And if you don't want to see the original ligand that is labeled in red, it's very difficult for us to check these linkers. So we just click this blue button to let it disappear. And then we can see the macrocycles much more clearly. And we can check each of them's structure by clicking their 3D view button. If we want to download these structures, we can click the button download. Or if you want to download all of them, you can scroll down the page and click the SDF or SVG button to download all of them. If you want to go to previous steps, like setting those constraints that I mentioned before, you can go to the top of the page and click the process bar. Let's go back to step 4. This time I'm going to set some constraints just like the linker categories. As this is a small molecule, we choose this one. And these are the categories of the linkers for small molecules. These are commonly used chemicals for designing macrocycles. And in this case, I choose ring closing matrices. And you can also set the linker's length. You can get this choice from by clicking the linker party, and then choose this. In this case, I want the linker to be no more than 7, so I will choose this, no more than, and type the 7 into the bar. And also you can set the linker head, or you can set the properties of heteroatoms or functional groups. But this time I will just set these 2 parameters, and then we click submit to get these results. So as we can see, we got these linkers all with a double bound, and the result is less than before because we have constrained the linkers properly. But in some cases, there will be no results. Let's go back to step 4 again. And when some parameters are not suitable for the linker to design macrocycle, there could lead to no result. Maybe I can set the click chemistry and the linker length no more than 4. We just click the submit. And there will be a message displayed on screen. So this time you should check your parameters you set before and to choose the appropriate parameters for the MacGen to design a new macrocycle. And if we change the parameters, the results can change. And that's the use of our MacGen. And if you have any problems, please contact us, and we are more than happy to answer you. That's all. Thank you.